Girlfriend, are you stuck trying to find the perfect match for your foundation? Where you are in the right place? If you've ever wondered, how do you know what foundation to get? I am here to answer that question for you today in today's video. Hi, my name is Ingafay, and I'm a beauty enthusiast and have been a beauty enthusiast for over 18 years. And in today's video, girl, I wanted to share with you the secret about foundation. Many people don't know this, and it's really important that you know this when it comes to you finding your perfect shade. Next, I'm going to tell you 3 common mistakes that people make when it comes to finding their perfect foundation shade and how to overcome those mistakes. And last but definitely not least, I will share with you an innovative way that you for sure will find your perfect foundation shade unless the company changes the product shade. Well, let's talk about a secret about foundation that most people don't know. And if they knew, they probably would use this to help them in their beauty regimen. Did you know foundation is actually a skincare step? I know a lot of people say they don't wear foundation because it breaks out their skin. But in actuality, it protects your skin from the harmful UVA and UVB rays and gives you that veil of protection from the environment that we're in. One of the key things about wearing foundation, though, is you want to make sure that you're doing the other steps before the foundation, the other steps of a skincare routine. Oftentimes, I've heard people say that foundation breaks them out, when in actuality, it's not the foundation that's breaking them out, it's their lack of a skincare regimen prior to the foundation that's really breaking them out. There are really 5 essential steps to skincare. The first step is cleansing, and when you cleanse your face, you're removing the impurities and sweat and dirt and grime of the day. You want to do this twice a day, every day, y'all. And you want to make sure that you're using a cleanser that is conducive to your skin type. So if you're normal to dry, of course, you want a cleanser that's actually going to hydrate your skin. And if you're combination to oily, you want a cleanser that is going to control the oil and remove the excess oil. After you cleanse your face, you want to exfoliate. You do this 2 to 3 times a week. You exfoliate your skin to remove the dead surface skin cells that make your skin dull and can also make your foundation look kind of crazy. You do this 2 to 3 times a week. You want to make sure that you're exfoliating your skin to have the best complexion and tone that you can by removing that dead, dull, and dry skin. You want to also tone your skin to refine your pores. If you don't refine your pores can really be large and cause breakouts, and they can just really kind of be talking to everybody when someone looks at your face. So you want to make sure that you're toning your skin to close those pores, make them smaller. So actually when you apply your foundation, you don't see these big pores when you finish applying all of your makeup. And last but definitely not least, you want to moisturize. You want to moisturize your skin to give your skin a nice base for your foundation to be applied to. So these are the steps that you want to do prior to actually putting on your foundation. And of course, you want to do these steps when you take your foundation off at night too. Now, if you don't take your foundation off at night, that is also what's leading to breakout. Makeup was not meant for you to sleep in. And actually, when you do sleep in your makeup, you're aging your skin because your skin needs to be free and clean and clear when you go to bed, because that is its time to rejuvenate itself. And when you're not cleaning your skin, you're not allowing your skin to be in a free state where it can really naturally rejuvenate itself. So I'm curious, girlfriend, are you cleansing your face? Do you have a cleansing regimen that you do prior to your foundation that you do consistently on a regular basis? Comment below. I'm really curious to know where you are, because if you haven't done it in the past, this is definitely time to do it, because now that you know better, you can do better. Well, let's go on to talk about the common mistakes that people make when it comes to foundation, or even just really finding their perfect match. Well, what I have seen over the years has been amazing to me. And one of the biggest things that I have noticed when it comes to people actually finding their foundation shade, girl, they put foundation on everywhere but their face. They'll put it on their hand, they'll put it in their arm, they'll put it on their chest, they'll even put it on their neck. But at the end of the day, is the foundation going in any of those areas? No, ma'am. So why are we putting it on those areas? We want to put the foundation where it's going to go, which is on our face. And when you apply the foundation on your face in a very well lit area, so you can really see if it's melting into your skin. That's truly how you find your foundation shade. Now, I know there's some of you out there that either want to look a little lighter than what you are, or you want to look a little darker than what you are. However, you can always tell when somebody everybody is doing that because you got this little line right here that you see that their normal skin is one color and their face is another. And we want to make sure that you get a shade that actually matches your skin, that accentuates your God-given positives. And that's why it's very important that you put your foundation on your face and not anywhere else on your body. Because essentially, at the end of the day, that's where it's going, right? The next thing that I wanted to share with you is a common mistake people make is they don't know their undertone. And as a result of not knowing their undertone, they don't use their undertone to actually find the foundation shade that is best for them. So you may be thinking, well, what is undertone? Well, undertone is not your skin tone. Undertone is basically the tone of your skin under your skin. It's not something that changes when you go out and get a tan. Your undertone is pretty much the same regardless if you have a tan or if you are the same color you've always been all the time. The undertone can be found in 3 ways, y'all. The first way is from the veins inside your wrist. Now, I know currently you cannot really see the color of my veins, but I can tell you that they're green. When your veins are green, that means that you have a warm undertone. That is a way that you will know what your undertone is. And a lot of the foundations now actually are using undertone as well as skin tone to actually perfectly match your skin, because it does play a role in how the foundation is actually going to look on your skin. If the foundation is not the right color, then it won't look right on your face. I told you about one undertone, which is a warm, but there are actually 2 others. There's a cool undertone, and normally people with a cool undertone, their veins are like a bluish or purplish color. And then people with neutral undertone, and it's toss up on exactly the vein test for neutral undertones because they're neutral. So pretty much they could go either way. And as a result of that, your veins could be either color. And it would just be a matter of you using another test that I'm going to share with you to determine, well, which type of undertone is your undertone. So the next way you can actually find out what your undertone is to do outfit tests, I'll say. Have you ever been out shopping with one of your girlfriends? She goes in and tries on this dress that looks absolutely wonderful on her. And you're thinking, wow, girl, you look awesome. And as a result of it popping on her, you're looking at it and you're just like, okay, I gotta try this dress on. I wanna see what it looks like on me. So you go and put it on. And when you try it on, girlfriend, it just doesn't have the same pop. And that has to do with your undertone too. That's a way that you can kind of tell what pops on you and what doesn't pop on you, because the different colors that you wear, those colors really play into your undertone. So I use what's called the paper test. In the paper test, you just put a piece of white paper up under your skin, and based on the color that's reflected off that white paper, you can determine if your undertone is a warm, a cool, or a neutral. When you do the white paper test, and you just put it like right under your chin. So for example, if I have this white piece of paper here, I would just put it right under my skin and see what reflects on the paper when I actually look at it. It's probably best to do this in sunlight so you can really truly see, but you'll see the reflection from your complexion onto the white paper. And based on that tone, you'll determine what kind of undertone you have. If you see yellow colors on the white paper, that's more of a warm. If you see red colors on that paper, that's more of a cool. And then if you really don't see much of a color, that's that neutral color again. So you got the vein test and you got the paper test. Another test that I like to talk about is the jewelry test. And that's when I was talking about, like, you see your girlfriend, she's wearing a really cool outfit. You go try it on. It looks great on her. So it makes you go try it on, but it doesn't have the same pop on you. That means that you all have 2 different undertones. And the jewelry test, if you put on a silver jewelry or you're more partial to silver jewelry, more than likely you are a cool undertone. Or if you are more partial to gold jewelry, or gold jewelry looks really great on you, you are more of a warm undertone. And if you can rock either one, girlfriend, then that means you're probably a neutral and that you could go either way. So make sure that when it comes to you finding your perfect match, that you look at your skin undertone. And if you're looking for a foundation that also includes your undertone, you can definitely check that out in the description below. Last but not least, common mistake people make when it comes to finding their foundation is they don't take into account their skin type. There are basically 3 skin types. You're either dry, you have normal skin, which is kind of right in the middle, or you're oily. You even have what's called combination skin, where you could have parts of your face that are oily while you have other parts that are dry. And you have to accommodate the needs of both parts of your face. Why does that play a role into finding your foundation? Because it's all about the finish. I don't know if you know, but there are several different types of finishes that you can have when it comes to foundation. You want to make sure that your finish complements your skin type. If you have more of a dry or normal type of skin, you can rock a dewy foundation because it hydrates and gives you lots of moisture, and it's going to give you a dewy finish. So it makes your face feel really hydrated and moisturized. However, if you're an oily girl like me, or even a combination person, you're not going to want the dewy, because the dewy is going to make your oily parts of your face, which can be all of your face or even just the T-zone, even more oily and make it look oilier, which is not very complimentary to your God-given attributes when you are oily type. So those two types of foundation also play a role in determining what type of foundation to get, because either you're going to want what's called a luminous finish, which is the dewy, or you're going to want a matte finish, which is the oil controlling matte look type of foundation. So make sure that you're taking in consideration the skin type that you have, the undertone that you have, as well as making sure you physically put the foundation on your face and not everywhere else that your foundation is not going to be. Before I share with you the innovative way for you to find your perfect match, be sure to subscribe to the channel. I upload a video every Tuesday, so I don't want you to miss an episode. So subscribe to the channel, Do You Boo TV, so you'll always see the new videos coming in to help you with your skincare, your makeup, as well as your self-love. So let's go into this innovative way for you to really find your foundation. What I've found that it's best to apply foundation, like I said already, on the face. And when you apply it on the face, you want to make sure that your face has already been cleaned and moisturized, like we have already discussed. I like to put it on my cheek, and I go from the top of my cheek down to my chin, and I put 3 strips of foundation on my face. Now, why is it 3 strips? And it's really just to really hone in and find out exactly what color foundation is for me. And the key to doing this, and for you to really know which one's best for you, is the one that really just kind of melts into your skin. You can barely see it there. And the 3 shades, it's going to probably be one that's really too light for you, one that really matches you really nicely, and then one that's going to be too dark for you. The one that really melts into your skin is truly the one that you want to have for your flawless face. So if you are someone that's kind of stuck in finding their perfect match, girlfriend, look at the link in the description below. I do have a perfect match beauty experience coming up soon that I would love for you to join, where you can truly find out your perfect match and be able to have the concealer and the skincare regimen that goes along with it, so you can rock that flawless face that you deserve and that you want. As always, thanks for watching, and bye for now.